Parenting is tough work. We're expected to do all the things and do them well. But what are the characteristics of a good mom? And how do you get those qualities? It's not easy being a mom, especially if you're feeling insecure as a parent. But I've noticed that there are certain things that exceptional moms do well. And for the rest of us? Luckily, these are good characteristics of a person that we can all learn, practice, and improve on. Before you get totally overwhelmed, thinking that there's no way you can do one more thing, note that these characteristics of a good mother are learned behaviors. They're character traits that, if you're not already doing, you can easily add with a little practice. For each of these, I included a resource or tip to help you get there. Patient. One of the first things new moms learn, aside from the importance of sleep, is patience. Newborns cry, toddlers get into everything, and older kids try to test your limits. But it's difficult for young children to learn patience, especially when adults struggle to model it. Even on the most difficult days, like when your toddler clearly isn't patient, staying patient as a mom is important. Not only will it help you model good behavior for your child, but it'll also help you respond to your children with a level head. Learning to have patience takes practice. Just like you try to teach a toddler patience, waiting to turn the pages in a book, taking turns with toys, not eating a snack 5 minutes before dinner, etc. Moms need reminders too. Self-care goes a long way in staying patient, but if you've been struggling with finding time for self-care, or even if you feel guilty making the time, stop. Consistent. Consistency is one of the easiest ways to make your child feel secure, yet it's one of the most difficult things to do as a parent. We want to be the good parent, the fun parent, the understanding parent, but the consistent parent? That's not fun. I struggle with giving in when my kids want to stay outside for 10 more minutes. I also make excuses, like when they don't eat all their dinner and want a cookie. Oh, I gave them too much food. But we're not doing our kids any favors when we give in. Instead of teaching them that I'm a reasonable parent, I'm teaching my kids that they should whine when they don't get their way. When they go to school, do I really want them whining to their teacher because they would rather have recess instead of a math lesson? By being consistent, you'll show your kids boundaries. They'll learn what's acceptable, and they'll feel more confident in their own decision-making. Learning to be consistent, as with most parenting principles, is a difficult lesson. But once you learn how to be consistent, you'll be amazed at the difference in your kids. Forgiving. Kids make mistakes, so do parents. Good moms forgive their kids. Really good moms forgive their kids while helping them learn a lesson. Your child didn't eat his lunch. Dinner will be delicious. It takes the pressure off parents to discipline because kids will learn consequences naturally. Obviously, it's still the parent's job to keep kids safe. So letting your child run in the street probably isn't recommended as a natural consequence. Calm. If forgiving children is one of the qualities of a good mother, then staying calm is also a requirement. Motherhood is an emotional experience, and sometimes it's hard to control your temper, even if you've never had a temper problem before. When your patience is low, you're tired, and you're feeling stressed, it's easy to lose your temper. Organized. Organization isn't just about keeping the toys and clutter minimized. Staying organized can also mean time management, something many moms struggle with. If you struggle with organization, especially when it comes to handling your kids' school papers, activities, and everything else, start by writing everything down. I keep track of my meal plan, kids' activities, and more in the Organized Motherhood Home Binder each week. Once you've gotten everything written down in one place, try applying the touch it once principle to everything you can. When you bring in the mail or go through your kids' papers, file, trash, or do something with them immediately, your kitchen counters and your kids' teachers will thank you. Loving. You love your kids, but in the daily hustle, remembering to show unconditional love in little ways can be difficult. When you're throwing last night's leftovers in a thermos for your son's lunch, or frantically trying to find your daughter's shoes in the morning, love is probably the last thing you're projecting. Spending a couple extra seconds to hug your child as he runs out the door, make a good day note for his lunchbox, or snuggle while reading an extra book at nap time is all it takes. Friendly. Your kids need you to be a good friend, not to them, but to their friends' moms. Despite the isolation of 2020, and even if you're a single mother, parenting isn't a solo act. Being a parent forced me to step outside my comfort zone. On one hand, it was nice to have other moms to commiserate with, but it was also a challenge. I had to talk to that mom on the sideline of my son's baseball game instead of just snuggling into the couch with a good book, which is what I would have done pre-kids. Fierce. Fierce mamas wear their mama bear apparel with pride. There's a time and place to be fierce, but when it's necessary, you need to know the best way to pull out the claws. One time when being fierce is important is during times of medical emergencies or when you need to protect your child. Knowledgeable. Siri is my best friend. For all my kids' odd questions, how deep is the ocean? Where do hippos live? I ask my phone. Chances are, you don't know everything that your kids will ask. A knowledgeable mom doesn't know everything, either, and if she did, I don't think I'd want to be friends with her. But a knowledgeable mom knows where to find answers to her kids' questions. Yes, Siri counts. A knowledgeable mom also instills a hunger for learning in her kids. By having interesting conversations, asking questions, and listening to your kids, you can be a knowledgeable mom, even if you don't know everything. Brave. Being a mom requires a bravery that you probably didn't know you had. Just making it through birth takes bravery. But even after birth, you'll need to be brave as you kiss your kids' boo-boos. Brave as you send them off to preschool, then kindergarten, and then college. Brave as you raise them to be the people you always knew they would be. Healthy. One of the characteristics of a good mom is to be healthy. This can be achieved by following a healthy lifestyle, which includes exercise and diet. Being a mom is hard, and it can get even harder if you don't take care of your health. You are the role model for your kids, and you want to set a good example. So what can you do to be a healthy mom? First of all, stop being lazy. Make time for exercise and make sure that you have a balanced diet. You need to make sure that you are getting enough vitamins and minerals, so try to include lots of fruits and vegetables in your diet. Good sense of humor. Having a good sense of humor is an important part of parenting. It can help ease the stress of a difficult day, and it can help your children learn to laugh at themselves. But sometimes you might feel like you don't have any funny material to work with, or that your jokes are stale. Luckily, there are some great sources of humor that you can turn to for inspiration. Hardworking. Showing your kids hard work and expecting hard work out of your kids is necessary to build your kids' work ethic and prepare them for the future. Teach your kids how to have a sense of responsibility. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.